Oh, okay. Um... Hmm. Oh my god. Slightly losing it. My throat hurts. My head hurts, my body hurts. Everything sucks. You know, I do wonder if YouTube streams would do better. I'd have to check at some point. But YouTube doesn't have the capability of having, like, money like Twitch does, so I don't know. This is probably going to be a shorter stream. I wanted to start doing longer streams, but Lord knows I do not have the energy for very much at the moment. This is just a whole cluster. It's a whole cluster, and I have tryptophobia. Shit, we need to go. Those is bats. Hey man, please don't come back here. Please be completely and utterly focused on that Cheryl. That's all I can hope. Oh, there's a wolf boy over there now. I don't know why he was chasing in fire and not wolf before. Alright, they did nerf wolf. I still think wolf is a little bit better to try to go hard on, but I don't know. Maybe I'm stupid. It wouldn't surprise me. Ooh. Bro caught up quick. Shit. What? Okay. I've burned myself more on lighters than what just happened there. Hi, bro. Alright. And I genuinely did not think that that fire would hit me. Like, that's my bad, I guess. Oh god, it's mangled. Mangled add-on. Oh, not add-on. Mangled perk. I'd love to know if they were coming over closer. That would have been epic to know. That bubble really just like, I was like, okay. I don't know whether or not I need to go or not. Because there's a bubble of darkness right in front of where I know the killer's at. I gotta hit this real quick. Because if I escape without going down, that's going to be useful for healing myself up. Okay, I'll get Cheryl now. Weird Al Dead by Daylight. Honestly, of all of the things out there, not the least likely. Weird Al, I know just did, Wheel of Fortune with the Game Grumps. So, you know. He's not opposed to just having fun. Oh my god. I'd really prefer to not be in chase right now. Shit, this guy actually knows what he's doing. Being able to swap between forms actively in chase like that is crazy. Nope. Ah, shit, that sucks for me. He wouldn't even be the silliest survivor Nick Cage is there. This is true. Oh, this man is absolutely despising my existence right now. Yeah, don't make this. Dude just went from multiple dimensions and around the entire map to get me. Okay. Really much difference between the entities realm and Albuquerque, New Mexico. Walter White isn't there. It's the one difference. And Bugs Bunny isn't there. Open the gate, open the gate, open the gate. Ow. Well, I kind of feel bad given the fact that this man got maybe 2 hooks that entire game. Oof. That's not ideal. Perks that require you to spread out hooks aren't exactly the best. You kinda want to tunnel people out. Like, I'll be honest. It's kind of for the best. Bugs Bunny is probably the only person who gets sent to the entity's realm and just leave. No, there are a couple that are allowed to leave. Like, Pinhead was, in fact, able to leave at any point. Canonically, a lot of people have left the Entity's realm. It's just the fact that, when you get out, there's nothing to return to. Any survivors? Yes. And survivors that turned into killers later, because originally, Blight was Talbot Grimes, who came in as a survivor, but became a killer. So you can't play as Talbot, but you can play as different things. Vigo's been able to do it. Once again, not actually playable. He's part of the survivor roster that has been lost to time. I believe canonically the ones that have been and have come back are Vittorio, David, Hattie, Yunjin. I believe just them, because those are also the ones in the Voided collection, where when you escape the Entity's realm, you end up in the Void. Because a lot of these people, their home realities, essentially, like, some of them just actually fell apart, and were left to the Void. So, basically, like, in terms of space, like, if you just leave the Entity's realm, if you find an escape, sometimes, like, it's not worth it because you just end up in the Void. Oh, God. Franklin's and Vecna perk. Great, okay. That's what you love to see. God damn it. Of course there's no frickin' healing options when I want there to be. Two options, Eternal Torment or nothing? Yep. Sometimes that is genuinely how it is, and there's nothing that can be done about it. Eat that. Okay, good. Let's hope... Oh! There's no gen on that side. Is there a gen on this side? There is. Okay. It's funny, some of the killers are contracted workers and stay here because it's fun. Yeah, some of them just, like, left of their own accord. Or came of their own accord. Some specifically requested to the Entity to be taken in the first place. It's quite, interesting. And some of them are here unwillingly, and some were directly crafted by the Entity to become killers. Like the first, like the poster boy of the game, Trapper, he is not here willingly. The Entity manipulated both him and his father and he has repeatedly gone against the entity and fought back against it and lost, which is why there is a large amount of, like, hooks inside of his body constantly. All sorts of fun varieties of murder. Yep. The artist has been watched over since she was a child by the entity, and they decided that to essentially just ruin this woman's life and craft her into a killer, which is honestly kind of like a cool concept, but if this game got a final chapter, I assume it would be an interesting ending. I feel like if this game has a final chapter, it's going to be completely random when the game goes away. I'll be honest. Yeah, and I do think... I don't know if they can particularly write an ending for this game. Also, this Slinger is just kind of a dickhead. He's literally just anytime someone goes off of the hook, they just immediately go directly back to him. Which is quite nice. I figure it'll be the we ran out of money chapter. Yeah. Pretty much. There are some people that are having, like, that aren't in the entity's realm willingly, that are just having the best time in here. One of them is Wesker. Wesker is just having the best fucking time in this game. It's so fun. Because he's just like, he he just wants more, ways to, like, experiment and such. And the entity's realm is perfect for that. And one of my favorite things is, Wesker has a blighted skin where he is infected with the blight serum, which is supposed to make you evil and fucked up. And Wesker intentionally used it on himself because he thought, damn, that would be pretty sick, wouldn't it? And it's quite interesting, but because the man used it on himself and wanted it, it didn't make him incredibly fucked up, it just made him stronger. I mean, he's still a little bit fucked up, but not to, like, a major degree. But, like, for most people, it's, quite bad. Please let me heal you. Please let me heal you. Okay, whatever, man. Yeah, the Blight Serum can severely, fuck people up. The Legion, for instance, is probably, like, the one that's, like, the most fucked up. Because the Legion, in their name, they are a Legion. I'm just going to stand fucking still, because I don't want to deal with this motherfucker anymore. This is one of the worst games of Dead by Daylight I think I have ever had. Because, oh my god, he's just leaving us on the fucking net. Okay. Fucking hell. There are characters who don't realize they're in the entity's realm and don't care. I don't think Nemesis cares either way. Yes, Nemesis doesn't know or care that it's in the entity's realm. The same with Demogorgon and Alien Xenomorph. Because, you know, they're all kind of creatures, and all they do is they basically are just fighting for survival instead of anything else. Wow, this is just the fucking worst. One of the killers that doesn't know they're in the entity's realm is Amanda from Saw. And, like, her thing is that, like, she thinks, essentially, she has been manipulated, into thinking that the entity is Jigsaw and is continuing to give him, or to give her orders, essentially. Jigsaw entity close enough. The entity can puppeteer, things, essentially, including living beings, or inanimate objects, which allows them to pose as the Billy puppet from Saw. It is, quite interesting. The entity is not, like... The entity is in itself, like, a multiverse. And it is also an eldritch being. Eldritch spider god. So... she just does what she wants to. And if she decides that the best thing to do in certain scenarios is to bring people in and have them think it's something else, that is the best for them. She just likes doing a little trolling. Yeah! The thing is, like, the entity isn't doing this for any malicious purpose. It's literally just, like, it lives off of emotions. The entity's realm is essentially created through, just a desire to feed. Isn't that how Pennywise works? Yes, it is. The entity itself is very similar to, both it, Pennywise, like, it always feels weird to just refer to them as Pennywise, because they are it. Like, Pennywise is just a random clown that they took the shape of. It is kind of a combination of Pennywise and the Langoliers. And what the Langoliers are is they're another Stephen King entity that devours time that's fading away. And that, you know, goes into the void, where a lot of these characters are kind of, it's weird, they're kind of rescued or saved from death or their universe collapsing via the entity just bringing them in, which is quite cool. And basically what the entity just wants to do is feed. It's an animal at the end of the day, even if it is, like, you know, an eldritch spider god. All the coke really did help that man write some very interesting stuff. You're not wrong. Yeah. I don't think it was the coke. I think it's just the fact that he lives in fucking Maryland. Maryland will just do that to a motherfucker. Maine? Whatever. It's one of those M states that comprises the same square surface area as a Walmart parking lot. But yeah, the entity, like, found out that the best ways to elicit an emotional response is fear and hope, which is how the idea of the games started, because, like, fear and hope are such strong emotions, that, like, it presents itself in the trials where you have an opportunity of survival and you have the opportunity of death. New England is pretty scary, so I understand Stephen King. Yeah, it makes sense. Like, I get it. I do. It sucks that It Chapter 2 is not very good, because It Chapter 1 is really good. Watch Maximum Override at some point. Potentially. Yeah. The lore surrounding this game is really awesome, and it sucks that they kind of just stopped doing a lot of it for reasons that I'm unsure of to this day. I think they may have just fired that entire department. There was at one point a time in history where they have entities speak in this game. At some point, it was actually translatable. Not anymore. Because as time has gone on with different, like, developers and directors, everything has changed. And they actually kind of like that. Because it makes it, like, you know, they're not just, what's it called? It's not something that can be known, because it is an eldritch entity. It's in the name. Do the survivors in between rounds just get put in a state of stasis till next time? No! The trials are kind of just, like... It's one aspect of being here for them. Most of the time, they're just in the realm. Like... There is far more outside of the trials than inside. The only killer, or the only thing that goes into stasis when the trials aren't happening is Pyramid Head, because Pyramid Head is also kind of a creature at the end of the day. Because Pyramid Head exists solely to, you know, do atonement things. So for Pyramid Head, he's not actively seeking out survivors outside of the trials. Oh, I hate people so much. You don't need to close all of them. That's not how this killer works. You do one. One. I imagine if you just did death games, we'd stop feeling anything after all. Yes. They don't have memories of the death games, which, like, they do not, like, every time... Well, if they die, they do not have memories of the death games. But being reset over and over, can only be, like... It's only clean for so long. Eventually, they realize, like, what's going on, and they remember their deaths, and they feel, such an abstract horror that they go insane from the fact that they are essentially in a completely, like they are in an unwinnable state. They will never be able to, like, truly escape and find peace. And some of them succumb to madness entirely. And in that, like, state, no, then you don't get funny new killer. Then the survivor, like, completely shuts down, and it becomes, like, they will constantly be, like, screaming and, like, trying to, like, suffocate themselves and killing themselves over and over forever. And, during, like, from what we have heard, several survivors have just been completely, entirely lost. And the husks that are in the void in this event are those, lost souls, essentially. They are no longer, they are survivors that have not made it. Those are the ones that are permanently lost. Wait, what? Oh, right, because I can't heal in here. I don't know why that counts as healing. Whatever. Sounds fun. Yeah, it's super fucked up. I love it. I think it is a very, like, real and cool way of going through, like, all of that. And, like, describing the, like, the essential, like, the torment that they are going through here. Yeah. And what's fun is there are a bunch of references to names in, like, perk descriptions or items, which would have to be survivors that existed before, that simply do not anymore. It's awesome. I love it. Like, The lore of this game is incredibly dark and fucked up. But there are ways for people to escape, and sometimes they are able to go back to where they came from. And some survivors came here of their own accord to try to help others out. Namely, I don't know if Felix did it, like, intentionally, but Felix and Elodie tried to, like, get people out. They were part of a secret society that knew that the entity existed, and their entire goal was to save people who got taken years ago. Which is just a really cool fucking thing. And there's also one survivor, which is Tori Kane, who was part of a cult known as the Black Veil, which is trying to summon the entity into just our realm, essentially. And she was taken as a survivor, which she is not happy about because she wanted to be a killer. She actually tried to kill one of the other survivors' brothers in their lore, which is Hattie's, which is quite fun. Entity does a little trolling once again. Yeah. It's one of their favorite things, honestly. Oh my god. They're literally just staying around this fucking hook. Not here. Wait. It could be over here. Yep. I love that I have all of these that will just not exist because I have everything already. Pinhead had to leave after hearing from license holders. Yep. Well, I mean, same with Demogorgon, Steve, and Nancy. Force even scare. Copyright law is the one thing stronger than the entity, yep. What the fresh hell does Springtrap do in his free time? Not move as to not feel the metal in his flesh. There... People theorize for, like, basically all of these. The one that people found, like, were like, yeah, that, you know, that checks out because it's the funniest, is, he would just hang out with Chucky, because they are basically, they're very similarly entwined, characters. Wesker and Springtrap Poker Night. On the map that we were just on, Dead Dog Saloon, there is a table that has a poker game that has multiple killer weapons in it, including Michael Myers. So yes, they do in fact have killer poker nights. This is not incorrect. Wesker would love Remnant. This is true. And you know what's fucked up? Capcom would 100% be down doing like a crossover with FNAF because they like money. The issue would entirely be on Scott's end. Difference between Chucky and Springtrap is Chucky is not an immense pain. Yeah. The thing is, oddly enough, it seems like in the entity's realm, Springtrap kind of relishes in that pain because they can't die, so they're just like, well, whatever, who cares? They're just having the time of their lives. I do wish they added a suit going off mechanic. I wish that when he got stunned, it was the suit going off. I think that would have been the smart option. Oh no, it's the harmless. They're going to start shooting projectiles at me that do nothing. Look! They shot a projectile! It did nothing! Yep. That's how the suit works in FNAF 3. It makes him go to the sounds. Yeah, that... I think if you had a mechanic to make, I think the major issue with, like, doing anything with the sounds and, the suit going off is that would make him a very technical killer, and that is not what you want for FNAF fans. They had to give him one of the most simple powers. Just teleport from door to door and throw an axe. Because they know FNAF fans are not good at anything. If when would he have learned how to play poker? Yeah, I don't think he would have. He still somehow wins though. Yeah. No one can see through his mask. He's just got such a good poker face. RPD? Okay. I just imagine that, like, you know, you have Slinger trying to have a nice game of poker, and then, you know, you've got all your, like, normal, like, killers that are still, in fact, people. You know, you've got Wraith, you've got Trapper, and they're just like, alright, let's have a nice, fun game, and then there's fucking Michael Myers, who's, like, who doesn't know how to read, and doesn't know jack shit, and is just, like, essentially just, like, trying his best. Oh dear God, it's another fucking Slinger. Have to wait for him to leave because he's still right next to that fucking hook. Oh, nope, never mind. The Sable is deciding to make this harder for everyone. It is a Sable. What do you expect? Sable, go the fuck away! Oh, I think that Renato is just not here. Okay, that's fun. Well. Jason, when he eventually comes out, probably won't know how to play poker. That's not confirmed. We don't know that one for sure. It's amazing. I was having nothing but good games when I played this on my own. And now, as soon as I'm here trying to stream, nope, just a fucking mess. Jason could know poker, because he was still, like, that's just a card game, and he was a kid at camp. be fair, he was ostracized and drowned in a lake. I don't know when he would have learned. That's fair, he was ostracized. That is entirely valid. Okay, this is going to be entirely, like, 180 from what we were just saying. I think the portrayal of Jason Voorhees as a giant buff dude is literally, like, the dumbest thing you can do, considering the fact that that man, or that child, realistically, was literally, like, they were drowned. Excuse me, would you like to... Thank you. Like, they were drowned. And their body is at the bottom of a lake. They wouldn't be buff as hell from drowning in a lake. That man should be a completely fucked up, like... Probably just found a guy in Jersey that looks scary in a costume. Yeah, probably. I don't think Jason should be big and imposing. That man should look like a completely dry, like, completely, like, either bloated or, like, skeleton-esque drowned zombie. Like, because that's what he is. Like, he was, like, at most, like, 13. So, there is no reason for him to be that fucking huge. And he looks relatively normal. He looks relatively normal in both 1 and 2. In fact, 1 is probably the most realistic appearance of Jason Voorhees at the last, 2 minutes of that movie, where it's a skeleton that grabs you out from under the water that has skin and, like, muscle just peeling off of it. Kinda just looks like a guy. Yeah. And no, Jason Voorhees is not in the majority of the first movie. I'm more than well aware of this. It's just I'm referring to the fact that, you know, he exists essentially in a post-credit scene for that movie. Hello, Vibrant Toucan. In one of the movies, he switches bodies with someone. Fucking hell. You know what? Yeah, you're right. Yeah. You're not wrong. My brain just kind of... Don't ask me how the fuck he does that. It's an 80s slasher franchise. If you wanted logic, you are not finding it. Let's be honest. I don't think that was ever a priority for slasher movies, was any sense of logic. You know, I'm going to open these up for my teammates, that way they have good medkits. But yeah, I'm fine with, like, normal Jason Voorhees of him kind of just looking like an adult in a hockey mask. That's fine. I hate when they make that motherfucker have, like, I hate when he has, like, multiverses proportions with, like, massive muscles and shit, because that doesn't make sense at all. You shouldn't look for logic in a movie called Leprechaun 4, Leprechaun in Space. Yeah. It's also going to sound very mean. a lot of these horror movies are just, not good. Just genuinely not great. Still don't know how Leprechaun has 7 movies. How does Chucky and Saw? How does Scream? How does Scary Movie? How does Halloween? Like, all of these things is just, like, so many. How do we have 2 Gremlins movies? A lot of these movies do not hold up. A lot of them, unfortunately, were not good in the first place. I still love them because they are just, like, such a... Like, here's the thing. A lot of horror movies, you watch not because you expect something good. You watch because they're fun. Scary Movie has them because the budget for each movie was $10 and a Wawa gift card. How much is on the Wawa gift card, though? That's the real question that we need to be asking. $15.72. Someone used it before the production team got it. Yeah, that sounds right. I hope DBD never adds gambling. I hope DBD adds exclusively gambling. If that is in reference to what I think it is, which is the fact that, Fortnite is adding companions that are, you have to buy multiple times, and might not have, like, you might not be able to choose which ones you get, and it's gambling. Yeah, that's, that would suck. Which Wesker was real? I don't. As funny as Wesker is, a super scientist eugenicist is probably not what we need in this world today. Like, let's be honest. V, what are you doing? I don't even know where I am. Okay, I'm just... Whatever V did, it seemed to have worked. Yeah, honestly. It seemed to have worked pretty well. I won't lie. If Wesker was real, he'd be working at Lockheed Martin or some shit. You're not wrong. I would say that is pretty damn accurate. Oh. You took my medkit. I can't believe you. It's almost like I put all of those in place for a reason, and that was because I wanted my team to have them. I'm actually going to go and prep this. Hi, Wesker. Jason gains more muscle mass every time he miraculously revives. Yeah, that sounds about right. Uh-oh, are they in the void? Oh shit, you know what, I'm gonna go protect that one girl on the other end. Oh, fuck, I did that wrong. I did that super duper wrong. Hold on. Heal, 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 heal. I fucked that one up. I really did. That one is entirely on me. I'm gonna... Yeah, I fucked that one up real fucking bad. I'm not gonna lie, chat. That one's entirely on me. I fucked that one up real bad. I'm not gonna lie. That one's on me. I'm just gonna... Makes a tiny bit of fucked up sense if you think of it as a healing factor. No. No. Not really. I thought she was going to continue forward on that and not vault because she would have died on the vault regardless. And I wanted to jump through and take the hit for her, which did not end up working. That one was real bad. I fucked that one up. Something exercise tears your muscles and makes them stronger. He doesn't have muscles left! He's a zombie that has been at the bottom of the lake for 30 fucking years. There's nothing left. I don't know how muscles work. That's not even muscles, that's just human decay. But yeah, because the heart is a muscle, I drink 12 monsters every day to make it stronger. I'm just playing back how bad I fucked up that last one. Like, the end result wouldn't have changed. The end result would not have changed if I didn't go there. But I made it worse regardless. Like, there's a saying that you can't break something worse than it's already broken. I think I did it. I think I found a way. Maybe the revival process brings them back. I don't know, maybe. We're debating whether or not Jason Voorhees deserves to... Like, whether or not Jason Voorhees, a man who, you know, this is a horror movie where he revives constantly, and also went to space, we're debating whether or not that's realistic. So, you know what, that kind of, like, really puts, like, a damper on all of this, don't it? Not even to mention he's somehow out of body after like 100 years to revive and bring to space. Well, wasn't that because he was frozen? So whatever was there wouldn't continue decaying? The two things that I really want, if we do get Jason in this game, which we probably will, I want NES Jason and Jason X as skins. That's all I need. I don't need anything else. That would be pretty sick. I mean, I would very much like a Camp Crystal Lake map and a, what's it called, Tommy Jarvis, I believe that's his name, hello. I would like to have both of them in here as well. Oh, it's Spirit, that's good. I hate that. Oh. Oh, hey. Jesus, I'm close. That's good. Wait, why is there a thing on me? That doesn't make sense. Girl, I think you are running directly into the killer. I'm going to be honest. Yep. I'm just going to move that way. Yeah, they're more likely to go onto me. I was really hoping... when I saw the skin at first, I was really hoping this was a blight. Because there are a few things in this game I hate more than Spirit. They are quite possibly the least fun killer to go against that you can actually, like, go against. Like, of course this isn't counting Plague, obviously. If we have a chest here, I might get, okay, let's go. Let's hope syringe. That way we can give her the syringe. It's not a syringe. Well, shit. Oh, 5% speed boost is not doing nearly enough. Ash! Ash! I also wonder why Jason kept being buried in regular graves. Do not give an opportunity for him to somehow come out. Yeah. This Ash, you know what? I think that right there, what just happened to me, was karma for the last match. But at the same time, dear fuck, man. I'm going to... Okay. I'm going to attempt to think of what he was doing there. Let's see if I can find a good assumption. I'm going to assume that he has Medal of Man and wanted to take a protection hit. And also forgot that survivors have collision with each other. So he wanted me to run through, essentially, drop the pallet for me and get hit, that way he gets Medal of Man. What actually happened was he just killed me. And I'm getting left until second stage. That's good. I'm glad. I'm glad we got the Ash first. He really deserved it. Oh good, there's no chest over here, so I'm just fucked. I'm dead now. Okay. God fucking... I hate spirits so much. Like, what am I supposed to do? It's just like, okay, cool. If they end up down here in the basement and they found me, I'm going to be so happy. That would be so sick. Do you love that they decided Jason killed enough people in New Jersey and decided let's put him in Manhattan if it's good enough for the Muppets? It wasn't Manhattan. It was, Ontario, Canada. Fun fact. Don't have to pay as many taxes there. It is way cheaper to film there. Yes, that is the entire... Or Montreal. Either one. Ontario, Montreal, some Canadian city. Most places end up getting filmed there for cities because it looks like, you know, a generic city. Right. Oh, they're downstairs. Okay, that's good. French Canada is scary. You're right. I won't disagree with that statement. Probably did a couple shots in Manhattan just for landmarks and that's it. Yeah, pretty much. Oh shit, I literally have to go do something. Oh my god. Okay, yeah, I have to go. Shit. Okay, I need to head out. Sorry.